Good morning everybody and welcome to another class with me, Ava Monroe. Today's class is all about stretching out those legs. But before we start, let's do a little bit of breath work. Please close your eyes and let your arms hang by the sides of the body. Take a really slow, deep breath in and fill up the whole of the body with the breath. And then as you exhale, just be aware of the breath draining away, and as it does, allow your body to soften and relax. When you inhale, fill up the tummy as well as the lungs and allow your torso to expand in all directions. And as you exhale, allow the torso to really, really soften. And if at any time your mind wanders off, please let the thoughts go. And always come back to the sound and the feeling of your breath. And then when you are ready, please open your eyes, come back to the room, and we'll begin. Our first pose today is Tadasana, which means mountain pose. You are going to be as still and as strong as a mountain. Feet are hip distance apart, legs and bottom muscles relaxed. Core control and pelvic floor, and come up very slightly onto the balls of your feet. Push down in all the toes very, very firmly. Then rise as high as you possibly can on to the backs of the toes. You can have the hands on the hips. Do make sure that the hips are square. Chin nodded under and jaw relaxed, and the gaze is soft. You could take the arms out, raise them up to the ceiling, or even have the hands at the heart. Go with what helps you balance. If the legs start to burn or they get tired, come down. Give the legs a shake and you can go back into it. Rising high onto the balls of the feet and backs of the toes. Core control, hips square. Slow deep breaths. Tadasana is a beautiful pose for strengthening the feet, the ankles and the legs, but it will also strengthen the tummy and the lower back. and you can release the pose. But do give the legs a shake, it is incredibly strong. Okay, our next one today is another balancing, and this is the tree. Okay, choose a leg to stand on, weight down in that foot. I'm going for my left leg today. Weight is in the heel, the balls of the feet and the pads of the toes, core control and pelvic floor. Turn the right leg out at the hip. The foot can be partially on the floor with the heel against the standing leg, or the foot can be on the calf, or higher up onto the thigh. Relax so the weight drops down into the standing leg's foot. Hips are square. Push back with this bent knee, but the hips still stay square. Spine feels long. Chin nodded under. Jaw relaxed. Gaze soft. You can keep the hands on the hips, arms out, or to the ceiling, or down to the heart. And you can release the pose. We're going to do exactly the same on the other leg. Okay. When you are ready, weight down into the opposite foot. So mine's going into the right foot. Knees soft, hips square, core control. Turning the left leg out at the hip, up to you with the foot placement. Set the gaze, jaw relaxed, push back slightly in the bent knee, but hips are still square. And then it's up to you with the arm placement too. And you can release the pose. Well done. Give those legs a shake out. Okay, our next one is toe pull, and this is going to really work the hamstring and lengthen the spinal column. It will also tone and strengthen the lower abdominals. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see more clearly what I am doing. To start with, I have my feet hip distance apart, and the weight is down into the soles of both feet. Core control and pelvic floor, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to choose a leg to stand on, and I'm going to go onto my right foot first. The weight is down in the heel, balls of the feet, and I'm splaying the toes and pushing down in the toes. Okay, hips are square, I'm bending the left knee, and you can just hold the leg. Or reach forwards, take hold of the ankle, the trouser leg, or the toe like I have done, And just stay here, but then gradually begin to straighten that leg. Gaze soft, jaw relaxed, slow deep breaths. Bend the knee and release the curves. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side, but sometimes you hold more tension in one leg than the other. Go with what's happening in your body today. Don't force anything. So when I'm ready, weight down in my left foot this time. Knee soft and I'm nice and relaxed. Bending the right knee. Just starting off holding that knee. Then I'm reaching for the big toe, coming upright through the body, and then lengthening the leg. Don't worry if you can't fully lengthen the leg at first, it will happen with time. And release the pose. Well done. Our final one this morning for the legs is wide leg forward fold. This stretches just about everywhere and also works into the muscles around the sacrum, the sacroiliac joints. It releases the spine and the shoulders as well. It's a beautiful pose. I'm stood in the centre of my mat and I'm going to step my feet apart. I have a wide stance, weight into both feet and the toes are pointing forwards. Relax the legs. Core control. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, drape down towards the floor. Letting the head and arms be heavy. You might be in mid-air so you can hold the forearms, or you might get the fingertips or hands to the mat. Make sure they are shoulder distance apart and very, very relaxed. And then just take your time, slow deep breaths, allowing the legs to be soft and allowing the tensions to ebb away with every exhale. If the stretch wears off in the legs, you could take your feet a tiny bit further apart, but maybe only a centimetre each foot. You might find that you come down onto the forearms, let everything soften, and eventually you will be able to place the crown of the head very gently to the floor. But the weight is in the feet, not in the crown of the head. When you're ready to come out today, reach into the hands, come slightly up, shuffle the feet in, and very slowly roll back up to centre, stacking the spine. Beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed today's class. That will certainly give your legs a very good workout. So if your legs might get tight if you've sat down too long, or you're an avid walker, cyclist or runner, these will really come in handy to release any tension that you're holding there. Enjoy!